Well, to start off the legislative session, the House Higher Education and Finance Committee held a series of hearings with officials from the University of Minnesota and the Minnesota State Colleges and University System. Committee Chair Representative Pelowski of Winona said a number of issues were revealed, one of which was that tuition was raised by both systems for no apparent reason.
From both of them, we found out that they raised tuition. The university actually testified the first week of our 5 hearings that they raised tuition because they could. When I asked, did you raise it more than you should have, consistent with the cuts, there was no answer. But clearly over the series of hearings, the answer is yes. They raised it way beyond what was cut from those systems, and they have banked it. In the MnSCU system, it's just as bad. They raised tuition by historic amounts. The 2-year colleges, the tech colleges and the community colleges, moved from 25th in the nation in tuition to 2nd in the nation in highest tuition over that same time period. This is what the higher ed bill that I'm working on right now is going to address. I am hopeful that we can hold tuition flat in this bill over the next 2 years for both systems, even with the $150 million that I got over base. And I am hopeful, too, that we will put language in there to begin looking at curtailing and then refocusing administrative costs, using those costs where they should be to help the student.
Another is that has seen implausible increases is administrative salaries. Pelowski says those salaries need to be addressed.
We cannot have salaries that at the U are greater than the President of the United States for the President of the University of Minnesota. The Chief Legal Officer of the University of Minnesota earns more than the Attorney General of the United States. When we get to MnSCU, we had bonuses during the same time period where you saw historic cuts, historic tuition increases, and now historic debt. And the trustees of the MnSCU system saw that they needed to award that type of leadership. No, it should have gone the other way. Everyone should have suffered because a student now graduating at Winona State has $24,000 in debt over a 4-year degree. That would be half of the chancellor's $50,000 a year bonus. So at the very least, I think the previous chancellor could have done is said, instead of giving me the $50,000, let's pick up a couple of needy students and let's relieve their debt.
Yesterday, Pelowski introduced his higher education funding bill in the House. Under the bill, both the U of M and MnSCU would receive $80,000 in addition to their current biennium appropriation.